please welcome to the stage, Amy D.
And I tell you from a distance, those goats they're really cute, but up close, they smell like the underbelly of a dead possum. I am from Mitchell, South Dakota.
So one of my favorite sayings is, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I love this saying. I just love it because it means that we can always change our perspective and change our perception of what happens. This means that a mistake can become a learning experience. This means that a problem can become a challenge. That's beautiful. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And it's so true.
And I want to do today is help you remember your power. Because you know what you really want? You really want to know how to turn a negative mindset into a positive mindset. You want to know how to better deal with daily challenges. You want to grab more happiness. You want more control. But you lose control when you believe that external forces steal your power. Because the truth is, your power always comes from inside of you. And your strength always comes from your response to what happens.
I somehow managed to get the thing on. I got to school, class started at 8:20. By 8:30, I was in so much pain, I thought I was gonna die. I had to excuse myself from the classroom. I staggered down the hallway, holding on to the wall for support. I mean, it looked like I'd had Chardonnay for breakfast.
And the last night she worked, in the wee hours of the morning, I was helping her reposition my father. And I turned around and I said, how do you do it? I mean, you're just surrounded by death. I mean, I worked in a psych unit, we could do something, but there's nothing you can do. And she said, well, I realize that sometimes the greatest gift I can give my patient doesn't come in doing. It comes in just being.
And it's my oldest daughter, Christine. And she picks up, she answers the phone, she's like, we were jumping off the bed, sorry. Oh, so much fun. And I'm like, so what happened? And she says, what? And I said, Christine, what happened with your passport? And she said, oh, that. Yeah, no, we found this guy in the airport, and he was nice enough to go open the hangar, and he opened up the airplane, and sure enough, my passport was right there in the pocket at my seat. And I'm like, huh. Big lesson learned, right? And she said, what? And I said, big lesson learned with that passport, right? And she said, oh, Ma, wasn't that big of a deal. It all worked out. Okay, bye, love you. And she hung up. And I just strapped on that line.
And that is the moment that I discovered this mental tool that I call the fix. A mental tool to counterbalance stress, anxiety, feelings of anger. Because right between the cat litter and a claw hammer, I found a picture level. And you know, these picture levels are made so if you're putting up a shelf or a picture, you can figure out when the picture's in balance. And it has two little lines in the middle, and the bubble has to get in the middle. And once the bubble is in the middle, everything's in balance. And I thought, you know what? This is how life is. This is how life is. Stuff comes at you, and you get out of balance. And you got to get your bubble back in the middle and get back in balance so you can move forward in your life.
I hope you dance. I hope you dance. And so remember to stop and breathe so you can think and respond rather than react. And remember that when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.